Good morning or good day, everybody, and Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is Mustafa, a teacher of English, and today we're going to look at a grammar lesson and using the demonstratives. So we're going to look at the use of this, that, these, and then those. Our objective of the day is the student will be able to use the demonstrative pronouns this, that, these, and those effectively. During my presentation, if you have questions, write them down. At the end of the lesson, we will have time for you to ask all questions or post your questions directly in our group chat. Just click on this icon. So once you click on this icon, you will see show conversation. So the show conversation will give you the platform, the chance to post your question, and I'm going to answer the question for you from there. So that is what it will show. They give you a pop-up will come where you could easily write down your questions as we move on. So no need to interrupt when lesson is ongoing. If you talk without permission, then as usual, you're going to receive the red card. If you talk without permission, you're going to receive the red card. And if you unmute yourself and mute others, if you don't follow the rules, the red card is for you. And those who will be getting the blue cards are going to be the students who will be polite and then listen to the lesson. So these are the two cards we're going to use, the red card as well as the blue card. So we must listen and pay attention. Now our icebreaker, daily fix it. Also try to write your answers here like we did before. A pop-up will come here, then you write your answer. The first one is, when was the technology for orbiting Earth developed? There are some mistakes here. You have just a minute to look at this sentence and identify the mistake and then write down your answer down for me. That's good, fantastic. So let's see the mistake. Yes, the spelling of technology was wrong. So this is the correct spelling. And then developed, the past tense of to develop. So these are the two mistakes. The next one is this here robot are useful for work in space. There are some mistakes. Let's look for the mistakes and try to correct them. You have 30 seconds. Okay, great. All of you have done well. So we have only one mistake. This robot is useful for work in space. You cannot say this here. This already you have the item just closer to you. So this robot is not are because you are talking of only one, a singular form. So that's why you have this robot here is. So you could see here the use of here is not needed. You don't need here. So you have to take the here out. And if you come here, we have are. Meanwhile, we are talking of this robot, and this go for singular, so we have to get the verb of is. So that's why we have this robot is useful for work in space. All right, demonstrative pronouns. Now the main lesson, demonstrative pronouns. What is demonstrative? Okay, good. What is demonstrative and what is pronoun? So when I talk of demonstrative, they show position. Pronouns usually take the place of a noun or another pronoun. So we are going to look at pronouns that take the place, that show the place of an item. And we have four demonstratives. The first one is that. That. At what point can we use that? Initially, that is going to tell you that it is a singular form. and it is not closer to you, it's far away from you. That is when you use that. And then this is also singular for one person or one item. This book is mine. It means it is closer to you. So this is used for nearer items, while that is used for far away when the item is not closer to you. And then the plural form of this is these. So these means more than one item. They are closer to you, they are nearer to you. And then those are far away in the plural form. What is a demonstrative pronoun? Any ideas? I believe I even explained at the beginning of the lesson. What is demonstrative pronoun? Okay. So a demonstrative pronoun points out a specific person, place, thing, or an idea. That is a work also. It shows, demonstrative, it shows a specific place, specific person, specific thing, or an idea. That is demonstrative pronoun. This and these refer to things that are nearby, either in space or in time. Okay, so that is the use of this and then these. This I said is for singular one, then these is for more than one, the plural form. Let's look at this example. Yeah, could you read the first example? This is my pencil. Great. So you have this is my pencil. And we use this because the pencil is closer to you. Number two, this must not continue. We are still using the singular form because the act or the behavior of the student or the behavior of the person is not good. So therefore, we just give the person a warning. Please, this must not continue. Now we go to these. These are the shoes I wore. These are the shoes I wore. We are talking for more than one item. That is why we use these, and they are closer to you. Number four, two customers wanted these. You go to the restaurant, you want to order something, and then the chef or the waiter comes to you and says, okay, two customers wanted this item. Okay, these items. So we are talking about more than one. Now let's look at that and those. Refer to things that are further away in space or time. They're far away. Things that are not closer to you. Then you have the right to use that, and that is for singular, and those is for plural form. All right. Number one, that is my pencil. The pencil is not closer to you, so that is my pencil. That must not continue. Those are the shoes I wore. Two customers wanted those. So this we are talking of items that are not closer to you, that are far away from you. Also remember, these points are very crucial for you to remember. And the first one is that this and that are used to refer to singular nouns. Example, this is a delicious apple. That is a delicious apple. So we are looking at a singular item, a singular apple, and we use this because the apple is closer to you. Another one, the apple is far away from you. Then we have these and those are used to refer to plural nouns. Example, these are delicious apples. So you know here we have apples, more than one apple, and you say these, so they are closer to you, then you can use these. But when they are far away from you, you use those. So those are delicious apples. Now let's try to do this quick exercise. Find the demonstrative pronouns in the sentences below. What is the antecedent? So you have to write your answer at the corner there for me to have a look at it, and we'll see those who get it right. So number one, let's answer number one, all of us together. Number one is, this is a funny story. And here we are looking for the demonstrative. It's easy for you to look for the demonstrative. And then what is the antecedent? So antecedent here simple means the referent. What is the demonstrative pronoun referring to? So here it's going to be the noun of the sentence. The noun. So what is the this or the that or these or those referring to? So that means it has taken place of something. The this is used to refer to something. What is that thing? So that thing is what we term as the antecedent. So number one, this is a funny story. So if you may take the example, then we got to know that this is a funny story. So we have this as the demonstrative. And then of course the antecedent is going to be the funny story. The funny story. Number two, those are the stamps my cousin needs. So where is the demonstrative? Those. The antecedent stamps. Very good. Number three, will this be the last snowstorm? So we have the demonstrative, this, and then we have storm. Number four, thanks, that was a good pie. So that becomes the demonstrative, and then pie becomes the antecedent. Number five, Nicole, these are my papers. So this becomes the demonstrative, and then papers becomes the antecedent. Now let's practice. Open to your readers and writers notebook, page 341. Page 341. All right. Yeah, Marwan, could you read the sentence or the short story for me from the book? 341. Okay. Let's listen to him. All right. Thank you very much. So now let's look at the important aspect of that. So you could know that he said, do not use here or there after you've used this, that, these, or those. There's no need for you to use here, this here, or that there. It's not allowed. And then do not use them in place of these or those. Do not use them. So them cannot be used to replace these and then those. These 2 points are very important that you have to take a closer look at. All right, now let's do this exercise together. Number one, write the letter of the sentence in which the underlined part is correct. So we have 2 sentences. You have 1 minute to answer the question at the conversation icon, and let me check the answer. So number one, let's see who got it right. Okay, so we have number 5 is A, number 4 B, number 3 A, number 2 B, and then number 1 B. Okay, good job done. That's great. Now the second exercise. Write each sentence. Use the correct adjective in parentheses in bracket. Number 6. Will that those storm reach Florida today? So which demonstrative are we going to use? Just give me your answers here. Let's see who got it right. Fantastic. So we have that. We have that. Number 7. If it does, NASA will postpone this shuttle launch. What is your answer? Okay, that is correct. This. Number 8. Okay, good. Use those. So that is fantastic job done. Now let's practice. Open again, page 376, and let's answer this question. Write this, that, these, or those to describe each object. A book in your hand means what? Which one are you going to use? This. That is fantastic. A store a mile away. That. Dogs in a neighbor's yard. Those. Shoes on your feet. These. Underline the word in that complete sentence correctly. So we have here, this here, this, the answer is this,